Hello and welcome to the Soapbox Derby's How to Build a Soapbox Derby Superstock Mini Car. In today's video, I'm going to take you through step by step on how to assemble your mini car. Okay, so in your packet you're going to be receiving some instructions and all the pieces that you're going to need for your assembly. So in that you're going to get your shell, your floorboard, 4 wheels, 4 wheel stops, some screws, weights, and of course your axles. Alright, so let's start with step 1. So in step 1, you're going to be assembling your wheels and axles and putting them on your floorboard. So on your floorboard you've got 2 slots to put your axles in. So let's start with putting the wheels on. So you're just going to need your axle, a wheel, and a wheel stop. And these are a little snug, but just push them on and they'll fit. They're snug so that the wheels don't come off. You want to make sure that when you're putting them on your floorboard that there's enough space for the wheels to turn freely. You don't want them stopping because then they won't go down the track. Alright, so that looks like it's spinning pretty good. So let's put the second one on. Oh yeah, that fits just nice. So you just want to make sure again that they're spinning freely. It looks pretty nice. Okay, so now we're done with step 1. Okay, so let's move on to step 2. On this step, we're going to be putting the screws into the floorboard so that to hold down the axles, and they'll act as a point for where you can put your weights on later in the next step. So in this step, this is where you're going to want a screwdriver. I choose to use a ratchet screwdriver. It makes it a little bit easier, but you can use any type as long as it's a Phillips. You're going to want this to be a little nice and snug here on the axles so that it holds the axle in place. Okay, and just like that, so they want it to be kind of coming up just like that because you're going to be putting possibly some weights on here. So let's put the other ones in. Alright, now that we've got our screws in just like that, we are done with step 2 and let's move on to step 3. Okay, for step 3 we're going to be putting our weights on. So for this step you can put your weights on in any way you want. You can put more up front, in the middle, or in the back. It's all up to you on how you want to put those on. Just want to make sure that the car doesn't weigh more than 5 ounces. So let's put some, I like to go in the middle, so let's do that. Okay, I think we got enough weight on there. I don't think I need any of those. So now we've got these little screw toppers. So now these bolts, they're going to hold down our weights. You don't want to do it too tight though, just enough to keep them held down because you're probably going to be changing these weights out a little bit. Alright, just like that, we've got our weights on. Now, it's time for step 4, where we're just going to put our shell on. It's gonna fit just on there. It's gonna slide right on, just snug. And just like that, we've got our mini car built. Now you're ready to race.